Hey, so I shuffled my Lemurian Star cards this morning and just asking what it is that I need to know. And shuffled for quite a bit, which is not abnormal. And then I got Sovereignty, the Golden Dragon. So, what exactly, what does that mean? So, I've talked about spiritual sovereignty, and that is when we really have to cut the cords. We have to cut the cords, which in this card is saying hooks, immunity to hooks. So, with it saying that, it means we are immune to any new hooks coming in, as well as any hooks that have been in us from this incarnation. So anything that came in with us, anything that's here all the way up into this now moment is dissolved. It's completely gone. So sovereignty means you're ground zero, sisters and brothers, in case you don't know that. And there's nothing better than that. Just imagine if you were completely debt-free right now, like totally and completely debt-free. How amazing would that feel? Well, think about it energetically. You're energetically free of anything that has caged you into victimism, enslavement, hardened your heart, all those things. So this is saying the right to choose immunity to hooks. Enlightened solar plexus choices and resolving shame issues. All right? So this card liberates the solar plexus by clearing out all the old, dense, heavy paradigm energies. That human weight that comes in with us and piles up while we're here. So the golden dragon is a symbol of enlightened solar plexus. It takes you on its back to show you the greater altitudes. Observe the density of the human mind and the emotions. Isn't that what I just said? Let's see what else. What else had caught my eye in this little bookie here? It was a couple things. But basically, it's getting rid of that dead weight. So like for me, claiming my sovereignty, I didn't really understand it a number of years ago until I felt it. And when I felt it, the karmic debt on my human credit cards was freaking, it just dissolved. It didn't just go down to zero. It dissolved. There was no way to build that back up. So you know how you pay off a credit card and then you're like, well, it is kind of there and I could use it if I need it. In the back of your mind, it's like, okay. And then you cut it up and then you still know that you can open back up the account if you needed it. But this is dissolved, like it never happened. Like it's gone. It no longer has your mental, physical, and emotional attachment to it. So that's really what the immunity of hooks are. So moving forward, you're like, don't need that, not touching me, kind of thing. So in light language, I'm going to attempt this. It's Tatika Hala Asolo Titi Katama. All right. So in an affirmation, it would be, as the fire in my heart kindles brighter and brighter, all magnetic pulls are clearly seen and released with love and understanding. Are clearly seen and released with love and understanding. So it's like, thank you, I do not need this anymore. Thank you, I do not need this anymore. Thank you, I don't want this anymore. Thank you, but no more. So the freedom in that is extremely powerful. And the golden dragon is extremely beautiful. And I'm attached to dragons. I've had many visit me. I had a dream a number of years ago, and when I dream, I'm physically in the dream. I don't always know what I am, but I know that I'm in the dream. And I was on a beach, and on this beach, at the where the waves, the water and the sand met, there was this like dinosaurish looking creature, and it had crystal diamond eyes, and it scared the hell out of me. And I physically went off running, and I jumped in a sand pit, and then I took the sand and I covered it up over myself, and I could physically feel this creature thump 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 walking. Like I could feel the vibration of being under the sand pile when it kept walking past me. And when I realized, oh, it's not here to eat me or kill me or torture me, I came out of the sand pile, and I looked up, and there was 3 beings kneeling down in front of another being, and I couldn't make out what the beings were or what the being was talking to them, but telepathically I knew they were taking a vow to protect humanity. And then I'm just standing there, and these beings turned around, and I never saw what the other 2 beings were. If it was the being that was at the water line that looked like a dinosaur dragon type thing, or what it was, but the one that came towards me was this humongous diamond white dragon. And looking way up at it, it was like so far up there, like this giant swan neck. But it extended its tongue all the way down, and it licked the left side of my face. And I woke up from this dream going, like, I could feel the wetness. Now, that day I had off. Now, this was a number of years ago. So it was probably a Monday or Tuesday when I was out of the retail world. So as I'm driving around that day, I kept saying, I wonder what those other 2 creatures were. And I was just sort of thinking about it because it was so profound to me. And somehow I was driving back home, or I was at a light, but I was near the house, and I looked at my emails, and my email, I came across an email I didn't recognize at all, and it, in the subject line, it said like something like the 3 dragons and something else, and it was a psychological doctor, Dr. Eng, E-N-G. And I went, oh, I remember I've listened to him a couple times over the years on different podcasts. And so this had to be like 2017, 18 maybe. So I got home and I opened the email up, and it said he was going to be doing a talk, and it started at 2:00, and it was 2:03. 2:03. So I said, okay, meant to be. So I opened the email up, and he was talking about the meaning of the white dragon, the black dragon, and then something else. And then I realized that this was not just synchronicity or coincidence. I was supposed to hear this. So since that time, I've had many visits with the dragons. And when the fires were going on in Australia and California at one point over the last couple of years, I couldn't just pray for the fires to go out, because that might not have been what was intended, right? But my heart and my thought went out to everyone that was being destroyed in the woods, the animal kingdom, so to speak. And next thing I know, I was on the back of a dragon, and I was in California and Australia, and the dragon was just pouring out like water instead of fire. And I just remember flying around on the back of this dragon, and next thing I know, we were at a pond refilling, and I looked around and there was a handful of other people on their dragons. So I wasn't alone. But anyway, I guess today I'll be meditating on the gold dragon and see what comes in, so that I can learn a little bit more about this beautiful sacred being. And I hope you can find peace and solidarity in your sovereignty and unhooking, dissolving, evaporating all of the dense energies, the old paradigms of the old heavy karmic debt. It's gone. So enjoy that. All right, until the next video. Bye.